Hi everyone, my name is Alexis. I'm on the board of directors for the Endometriosis Network Canada, and I currently operate as the support group and vlog series coordinator, in addition to being the organizer of the Run to End Endo. I am so thrilled to be hosting our second virtual EndoMarch event and to be able to share this experience with you all again. I encourage you all to find a comfortable place to rest. Grab a yoga mat if you don't have one already, a blanket, some pillows, maybe a nice beverage, and we'll get started. Happy EndoMarch! While we may not have been able to gather in person, I've personally felt that the connections and friendships that I've made by being part of this community have helped me get through this last year and even longer. The simple text messages just to check in and say hi, knowing that we're all still here for one another, to help, to listen, to share, to laugh, and even to cry. It truly is a beautiful thing, and I think that these friendships and connections are just one of the silver linings of living with endometriosis. I'd like to invite you all to take a moment and think about something beautiful that's come into your life as a result of joining 10C's community. That could be the friendships that you've made along the way, or perhaps you've joined our monthly wellness programs. Whatever it may be for you, just take a moment to reflect on it and really enjoy it. And if you're comfortable, feel free to share it in the comments section below and let us know where you're joining in from today. I'd also like to let everyone know that we here at 10C have been very busy securing monument illuminations for Endo Awareness Month. And we have a full list of the illuminations taking place this weekend available to everyone on our website. I am very excited to introduce our first speaker of the day, but before I do, I thought it might be fun to begin with a little giveaway. So here I have this vase full of yellow candies, and we're asking everyone to take a guess at how many there are in total by leaving a comment below. The two closest guesses will be announced as winners. There's only one guess allowed per person, and our winners will receive one of the beautifully handcrafted necklaces available on our fundraiser store, such as the one you see me wearing today. Now I am thrilled to introduce our first speaker of the day. She's very well known within our community for her efforts. I'm honored to welcome Philippa. She is one of the founding members of the Endometriosis Network Canada and our board chair, as well as co-chair of EndoAct Canada. Philippa's passion for helping others and desire to create change for those living and affected by endometriosis have made her an inspiration to all. She's joining us today to talk a bit about EndoAct Canada. Welcome, Philippa.
Hi, I'm Philippa Bridgecook. I'm the chair of the board of the Endometriosis Network Canada and co-chair of EndoAct Canada. I'm excited to tell you a little bit today about EndoAct Canada. This project was initiated by the Endometriosis Network Canada in response to a need that had been repeatedly identified in our endometriosis community. We heard from so many people who were frustrated by the lack of government attention to the problems faced by people with endometriosis in Canada today. At the same time, we saw other countries, like Australia, creating national action plans which acknowledge that endometriosis causes a substantial health burden and sets goals and objectives to address this. As an example of what can be done, the Australian National Action Plan has the objectives of increasing awareness and education, improving clinical care and management, and driving research into endometriosis. We believe that there is a strong need for that type of national action plan here in Canada. EndoAct Canada was co-founded by the Endometriosis Network Canada and the Canadian Society for the Advancement of Gynecologic Excellence. And it brings together people with lived experience of endometriosis, healthcare providers across various settings, and endometriosis researchers. We want to share the experiences of all people in Canada who are touched by endometriosis, recognizing that each journey is shaped by identities like race, sexuality, gender, and ability. We are aiming to create an environment where the expertise of each member, especially of those living with endometriosis, is valued equally. The mission of EndoAct is to improve the lives of people with endometriosis in Canada by driving policy action that is based on science and grounded in the needs of the endometriosis community. In order to achieve this, we are seeking to build meaningful collaborations with all levels of government and other stakeholders, as well as generating high-quality evidence that advances solutions for the problems that people living with endometriosis in Canada face. In January, EndoAct Canada launched a website and social media campaign inviting Canadians with endometriosis to share their personal stories, which can be published on the EndoAct website. These stories will raise awareness of what it is like to live with endometriosis in Canada, as well as serve as the basis for research into the Canadian experience of diagnosis and treatment of endometriosis. If you are interested in sharing your story, please go to endoact.ca and click on Action. You can also share the website and social media posts with family and friends so that they can learn more about endometriosis. In the future, EndoAct would like to continue its work by learning from people with endometriosis about their priorities for change. We will also continue doing research about the experience of endometriosis diagnosis and care in Canada. And we would like to coordinate and support members of the endometriosis community, healthcare providers, and researchers to talk to their elected officials and policymakers about the need for a national action plan. If you would like to stay informed about the work of EndoAct and opportunities to get involved, you can subscribe to the newsletter on the endoact.ca website and follow EndoAct on social media. I want to thank everybody who has already shared their story with EndoAct. We've received over 250 story submissions. Together, we can change the future of endometriosis in Canada.
Thank you so much, Philippa. We truly appreciate all that you do. I'd like to take a moment to let everyone know to sign up for our monthly newsletter. It's the best way to stay up to date with what's happening in our community and to check out our blog that's full of amazing self-care tips and wonderful educational resources. I'd also like to say, please stay tuned until the end of the event because we have a really incredible surprise for you all. Next to join us is Denise. She's a 10C board member and a member of EndoAct Canada. Denise is a vocal endometriosis advocate whose strength and compassion are what bring her here today to share her experiences with us all. Please welcome Denise.
Brain fog, headaches, migraines, dizziness, shoulder pain, shortness of breath, breathlessness, chest pains, rapid heartbeat, collapsed lung, nausea, bloating, chronic fatigue, leg, hip, joint, nerve, groin pain, chronic lower back and abdominal pain, belly button bleeding, yes, belly button bleeding, sadness, anger, frustration, sleepless nights, hot flashes, night sweats, sharp stabbing pressure, heaviness are just some of my daily symptoms. Hi Endo Warriors, Endo Allies, Endo Family. My name is Denise and I have endometriosis. I never heard of endometriosis until I was diagnosed. Endometriosis is an invisible, neglected, devastating, and debilitating disease. A disease that I had no idea I was living with. I was diagnosed in February of 2016 after a 1-week stay in the hospital. December 2015, after a routine exam, PAP, the nurse at my doctor's office, I told her I've been experiencing heavier menstrual cycles, shortness of breath, my belly button was bleeding, and I had a nodule growing out of my belly button. The first time I had abdominal pain, I was about 14 years old. I suffered from constant, severe, sharp pain around my belly button. The pain was due to an appendicitis, which I had emergency surgery to remove. So I thought my belly button bleeding, protruding nodule, and sharp stabbing pain was scar tissue, to be honest. Clearly there was no connection when I told the nurse. Once I shared these symptoms, the nurse said I needed to have an x-ray ASAP. After 2 x-rays, my doctor confirmed I had a large mass in my belly button, a large mass in my lung, fluid in my lung, and a collapsed lung. Now I have an amazing team, OBGYN, thoracic surgeon, cardiologist. They all continue to search for endo and other health issues by ongoing CT scans, ultrasounds, and biopsy. I mourn the life I had before my endo diagnosis, to be honest. Yes, I'm happy that I have a diagnosis, a great health team, and receiving treatment. But I'm in the stages of grief and acceptance, and I go back between grief and acceptance. I guess I'm truly not accepting it if I still grieve. It's just a cycle. I need a cure. I want total healing from endo, divine healing. I am very hopeful. I'm on this journey, but I do not want another day to go by where people say, endo what? Like I did. I wish that I learned about endometriosis as a child. I wish that my doctor shined a spotlight on endometriosis symptoms during my PAP and physicals. I wished when I was diagnosed, my OBGYN was able to hand me a patient toolkit, Living Well with Endo. I will create it. My toolkit will include where to get more information and support, finding and creating your endo tribe, understanding endo, managing endo. I wish that I did not feel like I constantly forced to choose between career and my health. I wish that suffering from endometriosis did not impact my whole life. So endometriosis education and information is needed in schools, hospitals, medical clinics, social media. Endo needs to be everywhere, every platform. EndoMarch is all about awareness, highlighting the need of early recognition of symptoms and to break the silence around endometriosis. So please watch videos, read blogs, listen to patient stories. Share my story with at least one person, I beg you. This is a call for action. I'm suffering, so silence is no longer an option for me. I have to keep talking about it, keep sharing my story. Everybody's story is a little bit different, but we just need to be aware of endometriosis and be mindful and aware of the symptoms and to know that there is no cure. Thank you for listening, and please stay blessed. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, Denise, for sharing your vulnerability and your resilience with us today. For our first interactive segment, I encourage you all to grab your yoga mats and some pillows or bolsters and settle in for a restorative yoga session with Laurel, who has so kindly been hosting monthly workshops for our community. Perhaps you're already familiar with her practice. We hope that you enjoy.
Hello everyone, my name is Laurel Alexandra. I lead restorative practice with the endometriosis community once a month, the third Thursday of every month. And I'm so excited to be here today. I'm going to take you through a few shapes that will help you find a little relief from discomfort from those symptoms from endometriosis. These are some shapes that I like to take when I'm feeling uncomfortable or I'm in pain. It just helps to remove any tension or tightness that's settling somewhere else in the body as a result of the pain that we experience. So hop into something comfortable, just find a nice comfortable space, and I recommend that you have 1 or 2 pillows for extra comfort. So you can go ahead, find a nice comfortable seat. Sometimes I like to elevate my hips a little bit, that way my spine is nice and long and I don't have to worry about holding in my core, especially when I'm feeling that discomfort. So go ahead, close down those eyes. Just take a moment to settle into your breath. And slowly begin to feel each inhale and exhale as it enters and leaves the body. And begin to pay attention to how you're feeling today. Are you tired? Are you sad? Are you angry? Are you happy? Any positive, negative, or neutral emotions, just allow yourself to tap into that. Just become aware. Knowing that however you're feeling in this moment is totally okay. And that you're just giving yourself some time to just breathe, come back to yourself, maybe move your body a little bit just to release any tightness or tension that you might be holding on to. As often when we're experiencing pain or discomfort, we're clenching and holding resistance in other areas of the body. And we'll slowly begin to walk those hands forward in front of us. Rounding through the spine, just tucking that chin in towards your chest. And you can move the body a little bit from side to side. And then slowly we'll walk back through center. If you have anything underneath that seat, you can just gently remove that off to the side. And we're just going to draw the soles of the feet together, coming into a cobbler pose. And sometimes we feel a little bit of tightness and tension in those hips, so we'll just flutter out those knees, let it go, release it out, and then slowly we'll find some stillness. And you're just going to take your thumbs and you're just going to begin to massage those feet just to give a little self-love into the body. Sometimes we forget that we need that touch. We need that comfort. So just working into those feet. And as you begin to massage the feet with your thumbs, focusing on the breath and seeing if you can release any tightness or tension in the body. One more deep breath here. And then slowly we'll find stillness, having those hands on those ankles, sit the spine nice and tall. And then we'll slowly fold the body forward. And tucking that chin in towards your chest, rounding through the spine, feeling into that low back, breathing into the pelvis. And then slowly we'll roll all the way up, relax those shoulders away from the ears. We'll gently take our hands on either sides of those knees and press them together, bringing the soles of the feet down towards the earth. And we're just going to make our way into a cat-cow shape. So you can begin to come into an all-fours position, taking the hands underneath the shoulders, fingertips spread nice and wide. Sometimes when I have my cycle, I like to take my knees a little wider to just give a little bit more space in the hips. And then as you inhale, you can just reach the gaze up towards the sky, drop the belly, and exhale, round everything in, tuck that chin in towards your chest. Inhale here to lift up. And exhale to round, pressing that floor away. Inhale to lift up towards the sky, beginning to link that breath with movement, and then exhale, we'll round. Now, as you begin to move through the cat-cow, maybe begin to rock those hips back a little bit. And then if you want, you can begin to make nice big circles with the whole body. Just getting right into the hip joints, right into the belly. And then just make sure that you're moving in the opposite direction as well. Just releasing any tightness, any tension, and seeing if you can relax the muscles in the face a little bit more. Couple more deep breaths here. And then we'll slowly come back through center. Walk those knees just gently behind the body, and we're just going to begin to bend through the elbows, coming all the way down towards our stomach. Untuck those toes, and you're going to take the elbows underneath the shoulders, fingertips spread nice and wide. Press the forearms into the earth. You can take your feet a little wider here. And we're just going to come into a nice Sphinx pose. Lifting up through the chest. And knowing that if this is causing too much discomfort, especially during this period, you can just gently rest your forehead on the hands. Finding whatever variation that you need. And you'll be softening the gaze, closing down the eyes. And just allow yourself to be here in this moment, fully present. Wherever you are, we're going to be here for one more deep breath. And then exhale, slowly lower the chest down towards the earth if it's not already there. I'm going to tuck those hands underneath those shoulders, tuck the toes, and we'll lift up through tabletop. Take those knees out nice and wide. We're going to come into a nice supported child's pose. So if you have those pillows or one pillow, put it in front of you. We're going to get nice and comfortable. Sometimes I even like to stack them on top of each other so I have like a mound of pillows that I can just completely release on. And you're just going to take your knees nice and wide, hug that support in towards the belly, and then you're just going to gently release down towards that support, taking your right ear down towards the support. We're just going to rest here for a few moments, see if you can really release over the support. Give yourself a few moments to really soften, and give yourself permission to just be still. And if you notice the mind start to wander, just gently bring it back to the breath, back to the inhale, back to the exhale. And we're here for one more deep breath. And then slowly begin to bring your gaze over towards that right side, taking your left ear down towards that support. Just softening into it. Seeing if you can release those hips a little deeper. Soften everything down. Allow yourself to be fully supported. One more deep breath here. And then on the inhale, slowly begin to push yourself away from the earth, away from that support. And you can just gently push it off to the side. And you're just going to gently draw the knees together. Allowing your hands to soften on top of the thighs. Just roll down those shoulders. And we'll inhale here, reach the arms up. And exhale, just find a nice little easy twist towards that right side. Left hand on that right knee. And then inhale, we'll reach up, back through center, and twist towards that left side. Inhale, come all the way back through. Reach those arms all the way up towards the sky. Let the gaze follow. Hands come together overhead. And then exhale, draw those hands together at your heart. And just taking a moment here to thank yourself for moving and breathing and giving yourself that much needed self-care. And with gratitude for our practice and with gratitude for our community, thank you so much for sharing this space with me today. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much, Laurel, for taking the time to guide us all through that wonderful yoga session. I hope that everyone's feeling nice and relaxed now, and feel free to let us know how you're feeling in the comments. If you'd like to attend yoga with Laurel, it takes place every third Thursday of the month, and you can email info@endometriosisnetwork.ca to register. Our next guest splits her time between Canada and the UK. She is currently fundraising for 10C by running 110 kilometers during the month of March. She brings her strength and humor with her here today to share her endometriosis journey. Please welcome Heidi.
Hi, I'm Heidi Lynch, and this is my endo story. It's funny because until you're diagnosed, you don't really know where your endo story started. But my first period was around 12 or 13. It really hurt. I cried. I stayed home from school. I don't remember whether the pain was so bad that I really needed to stay home from school or if I was milking the situation. Then things were okay. And then in my teen years, I did pass out once because the cramps were so bad, but I just thought that that's what periods were. I did talk to my GP a couple times along the way saying, like, my friends tell me my period's longer than theirs. Like, my period seems really, really much more painful than other people's. And I was told to go on birth control, the story that everybody has. I call myself lucky, which is funny, because when I got to the point that it was really severe, I was diagnosed right away, the first doctor that I saw. And I attribute the fact that I went to seek help to the fact that I am bisexual, and it was my first time having a female partner, and she saw what I was going through and saw me throwing up and was just like, this is not normal. Then I bled for 28 days straight and was like, okay, my body's telling me something's very wrong. I was in the UK at the time, so I flew home actually 1 year ago today, thinking that I was going to Canada for surgery, which obviously got postponed. But I had my excision surgery on November 13th. I was so happy to have it over with. I developed a bit of anxiety for the first time in my life, and it was terrible. But I was very lucky to have family and friends and my partner, most of all, to be there. She wiped my butt. She really did. Yeah, TMI. But the surgeon and I liked her so much. She was wonderful. And I was genuinely so happy to say goodbye to her after my post-op checkup, and was like, I'm so happy I'll never have to see your face again. And then that same night around 5 o'clock, I got a phone call from her saying that pathology had come back, from one of my fibroids. I had 3 fibroids removed from my womb, and I had a chocolate cyst removed from my right ovary. And one of the fibroids came back as something called APA, atypical polypoid adenomyoma. And when she called me to tell me, she was like, now, when you Google it, you're going to see the word cancer, which was not a fun thing to hear. So it's extremely rare. If you Google it, the cases are very rare. And it is a fibroid, is a tumor, I guess, that has a strong likelihood of recurrence and a strong likelihood of turning into cancer. So I basically just have to go for an ultrasound every 6 months to see if that's growing back. And if it is, I'll have to make a different treatment plan. But, you know, it's one realm of your life you don't want to be rare is in a medical realm. But My brother pointed out that in some ways it's a silver lining, because at least I will always know what's going on inside there, and I will have some continued care, which is great. I think what the Endo Network Canada does is awesome. So I have been having a really good couple of months. I've been feeling good. I healed well. My belly button's still a bit sore even 4 months out, which seems bizarre. I'm on Vizan and it is working for me. And I have no period anymore. I have chemical menopause. So I decided to use my body that's working at the moment to run 110 kilometers in the month of March for the 1 in 10 girls, women, and trans individuals with endometriosis. And I had a goal of raising $1,010 for the Endo Network Canada. I'm at 1,600 already, and March is not over. So I believe in what you guys do, and thank you for it. And I'm really grateful to be able to connect to the endo community online, because you have all been instrumental in me feeling okay, not alone, and just helping with just like weird little pre-op, post-op tips and tricks that doctors didn't tell me. I hope wherever you are, I hope you're feeling okay today. And if you're not, remember that health's not a binary, it's always gray. Just because you're having a bad day doesn't mean you're unhealthy and that's going to be your life. We're all going to have healthy, thriving, wonderful days too. Yeah.
Thank you, Heidi, for being here with us to share your experiences and for all that you do. I'd like to take a moment to let everyone know that our virtual support groups are still taking place each month. Our Toronto group is available to those residing within the Greater Toronto area, and our Canada-wide group is available to everyone else located across Canada. To register for either of our virtual support groups, please email support@endometriosisnetwork.ca. For our next interactive segment, I encourage you all to find a comfortable place to sit and allow calmness to settle over your body as you enjoy this incredible sound meditation being offered by the wonderful Alyssa. Welcome, Alyssa. Enjoy.
Hi, my name is Alyssa Santiago, and I am a movement teacher, and I also offer sound meditations. Today I'll be playing crystal bowls and a wind chime. Sound meditations are, I think, a really nice offering to help move into your parasympathetic nervous system, otherwise known as the rest and recover mode. And it's a practice of deep listening. So wherever you are, hopefully you can be relaxed, find a comfortable spot. I like to get really cozy, lying down on a couch if that is accessible to you, or even the floor, with a blanket, a pillow, an eye pillow. Be as luxurious as you like. It's about 10 minutes. And if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email. And enjoy. Taking a deep breath and release that breath out through your mouth. One more. Inhale and exhale, release. And now noticing where your breath is, closing your eyes if that's accessible to you, or picking a spot on the floor, ceiling, or wall, and softening your gaze. Noticing where you are feeling your in-breath and where you are feeling your out-breath. Taking a couple of more breaths just like this. Seeing with each exhale, are you able to allow your shoulders to soften, your jaw to soften, your hips to relax. Feeling the contact of your body against your seat or the floor. And then let's exhale together, exhaling through our mouth, making sound or sighing if you like. Take an inhale, exhale. Let's do 2 more like this. Inhale, exhale. Last one on your own. Taking an inhale, soft exhale, using your breath as a tether to return to your body, to the present. May you take this little slice of calm, of peace with you for the remainder of your day. Thank you so much for dropping by. If you have any questions, feel free to get in touch.
Thank you so much, Alyssa. That was amazing, and I hope that everyone enjoyed themselves. Again, feel free to let us know how you're feeling in the comments and whether any of you have had experience with sound meditation previously. Before I introduce our next guest speaker, I'd like to say that if you enjoy seeing patient stories like the ones you're witnessing today, please consider contributing to our vlog series called Viewpoints, Voice and Advocacy, in which we feature one patient story each month. You can check it out at endometriosisnetwork.com/vlog to see featured stories and to find all the details on how to submit a video. Our next guest has worked in the field of education for over 20 years, and she joins us today to not only share her story, but to spread a message of hope, love, and compassion to everyone affected by endometriosis. Please welcome Sabrina.
Hi, I'm Sabrina and I have endometriosis. So, growing up, when I was younger, I always had tremendous pain, like crippling pain, to the point that I would miss days of school, I would miss days at work, and I just thought that that was normal. I had no idea that that's not what it's supposed to be like. And it wasn't until about 10 years ago when I developed an ovarian cyst and had to go in for surgery that I was officially diagnosed with having endometriosis. And so much more made sense then. I understood why I had the pain, why things were just not feeling right. It was life-changing because I could put a name to it. It felt good to know that I wasn't alone. Of course, none of that took the struggles away. It's been challenging. There have been days where the depression kicks in. It's hard to cope. I have moments where I still can't function because it is crippling. It's crippling. But from this all, what I've learned is that there are some things that are invisible that affect people, and we just have to be nice and kind and loving to one another because you don't know what other people are going through. Recently, I've discovered that I do have children, and my daughter, there's a good chance that she is also experiencing some of these symptoms, and her good friend as well. So they volunteered for the endometriosis walks, the march, a couple of years ago, and it was eye-opening for them as well. It brought awareness to them. So I just want to keep getting that awareness out there and having a generation of people who can get hopefully the help that they need, the diagnosis that they need. And we have to just keep bringing this awareness out so that we can hopefully one day find a cure and make this go away. So, sending love to all of my fellow endo warriors. Keep staying strong. We've got this.
Thank you, Sabrina, for taking the time to share your story with us today. We're so grateful for your warmth and kindness. I'd like to take this opportunity to let everyone know we are beyond excited to be offering monthly endo rights workshops with Maya in which we use writing as a form of expressive healing, Qigong sessions with a focus on healing for endometriosis with Ali, movement classes with KG to guide us in some low-impact full-body fitness, and Endo Eat socials with Amanda that help bring us together from the comfort of our homes while making delicious endo-friendly treats. We are also excited to begin offering Pilates in the very near future. And with that, I'd like to welcome our next guest, the wonderful Ashley, who will be leading us through an interactive Pilates segment. So grab a blanket, get out that yoga mat again, and enjoy.
Hi there, my name is Ashley Page, and I'm a registered massage therapist and clinical Pilates instructor. I just want to start off by saying how honored I am to be here today for this virtual EndoMarch for 2021 and bringing you a short session of gentle movement using Pilates. Before we get started, a couple of things. Make sure you're comfortable. Make sure you've got a mat or something soft to lay on. I like to have a blanket just in case I want to cover up and stay cozy. Or I also use a heat pack if I've got sore muscles or cramps. So I hope that you enjoy today's session, and please just allow yourself to get connected with your body through movement. And I hope that this does that for you today. So please find a comfortable spot on your mat. And I just want to start with a little bit of breath work. As in Pilates, breath work is so important, and it's so important when we're in pain, especially since we are quite often with endometriosis. So I want you to find a relaxed position, place your hands on your abdomen, maybe have your hands almost interlaced over top of your abdomen, taking a deep breath in. Good. And exhaling. Good. Let's do one more. Really nice. And exhaling. Good. Now I want you to remember during these movements is to have a gentle contraction. Just imagining a little zipper coming from the bottom of your pubic bone all the way to the top of your ribs. So just a gentle connection through that midline. Okay, and when you do that, I want you to start to tilt your pelvis forward, so off the mat. You can imagine your pelvis maybe like a bucket. So you've got water in it, and as you tilt your pelvis forward, that water is starting to spill out. Good. Maybe you're getting a stretch through your low back, which should feel really nice. Good. And then bring that pelvis back towards the mat. Really nice. Bring that water back in. Remembering to breathe. Tilt that pelvis forward. And it might help if you have your hands on your hips to help you direct that movement. Good. And then on the way back down towards the mat. Good. Let's do one more each direction. Tilting the pelvis forward, spilling some of that water out. Good. And then bring that bucket back towards the mat. Your pelvis. Good. Really nice. Now find the happy medium between those two extremes. And that's going to be your now neutral pelvis. Okay? So keeping that neutral pelvis, keeping that zipper zipped up. It's not a hard contraction, it's just gentle. Okay? Keeping that engaged. Now I want you to start to float one of your knees up into a tabletop position. Good. And then bring back down. So you're keeping that engagement through the whole movement, and then switch to the other side. Good. Kind of like you're marching, actually. Good. Switch to the other side. Really nice. Slow and controlled. That's the great thing about Pilates, is that it really allows you to stay connected with your body. And, you know, I find when we have pain, we disassociate. It's a survival tool, really. So this is a really nice way to get connected with your body again. Good. Let's do one more each side. So floating that knee up into a tabletop position, keeping that zippered up. Good. And relax. Really nice. Now keeping the heels in the planted position. So you're putting the weight of your heels into the mat. You're going to squeeze your glutes. Keep that engagement through the core, and then you're going to push your hips up. Get a really nice stretch. Maybe you have tight quads, tight hip flexors. Good. Squeezing the glutes. And now as you come on the way down, you want to make sure that you're going one vertebrae at a time. So you're starting at the top. Maybe you're at about your bra line or just above. So just one vertebrae at a time. Your tailbone should be the last thing that touches the mat. Good. Reset. So heels into the mat, squeeze the glutes, the zipper zipped up, and then push to the top. Making your knees reach towards the opposite end of the room. Good. Really getting lengthening through those hip flexors, through those abdomen. Good. And one vertebrae at a time, back down. Really nice. Good. And just start to rock your hips side to side, just really gently, still keeping that contraction on through the core. Really nice. As soon as your hip starts to lift up, just stop there, come back to center, and go to the other side. Really nice. You might get a few cracks or pops in your low back. That's okay. One more each side. Good. And now I want us to roll over onto our side. These are some of my favorite positions to do my exercises in because I feel most comfortable. So hopefully you will as well. And I just want you to start by still keeping that core engaged, just a little zipper from the bottom of your pubic bone all the way to the ribs. Good. And you're going to straighten the top leg out. Really nice. And you're just going to lift the leg up and lower. Good. Lift. So the squeeze should feel in your glutes. And lower. Good. Reaching the toes to the opposite end of the room and lower. Good. Lift. Keeping that squeeze on through the glutes and lower. Good. And now bring that leg up a little bit and now start to draw some circles. Good. Keeping your pelvis square so you're not super rolled forward and you're not super rolled back. You're just right, straight down to your mat. And you can start to switch the direction of the circle if you like. Good. Really nice. And if you want less tension on the leg there, bend your knee and then draw the circles with your knee. Good. And reverse. Good. Really nice. And now we're going to switch to the other side. And you may want to use your blanket or pillow just underneath your head, whatever feels comfortable for you. And I also find having my hand flat on the floor like this in front of me helps me stay stable. So again, keeping that zipper zipped up, and then you're gonna float that knee or that leg out straight, really nice, and then just start to lift and lower, keeping the contraction in through that glute. So if it helps, keeping a hand there, making sure that that muscle is doing the work. Good. And then hold at the top and start to draw some circles. Just little teeny ones. You want to keep your pelvis stable so you're not rocking doing the motion. It's just that leg, that glute. Good, in reverse directions. Really nice. And if you need to, bend that knee and draw the circles. And reverse. Good. Really nice. And just to finish off, laying in this position and then opening that arm up. So you just get a little bit of a twist through the spine, but you're also getting a stretch through the pecs. Good. Taking a nice deep breath. Bringing that breath into your side body. Good. And then switching sides. Same thing, keeping your hips bent, allowing this arm to open up. And really using your breath here to help you feel that stretch across the chest and into your back. Good. And feel free to stay in that position and rest. Maybe put a blanket on or the heat pad. And I hope that you've enjoyed this short session today. And please take care, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ashley. That was amazing, and we hope that everyone enjoyed it. Once again, let us know how you're feeling in the comments because we'd love to know. I would like to take a moment and remind everyone to submit a guess for the contest if you haven't already, as I will be announcing the winners after our next speaker. Some of you may be familiar with MJ already. She is the founder of Endometriosis Quebec and a member of EndoAct Canada, and she's here today to share her story and passion for advocacy. Welcome, Marie-Josie.
Hi, my name is Marie-Josée Thibert and I am 43 years old. I have been living with endometriosis for 29 years now. I am a communication specialist for the Health and Social Services Network of Montreal, and I am also the founder of Endometriosis Quebec. Like the majority of people living with endo, my journey, both personal and professional, has been marked by many challenges and a lot of suffering, both physical and psychological. I had my first symptoms when I was 14 years old, and I was really lucky to have the support of my parents during the years that followed, because I saw many doctors, many specialists that didn't found anything. So I was lucky to count on my parents that believed that something was wrong with me, and kept faith that we would find what that was. When we received the diagnosis, I was 25 years old, and endo was affecting my reproductive system, my bladder, and my bowel. I didn't have kids, unfortunately, because of the consequences of a delayed diagnosis. For the last 18 years since my diagnosis, I have been through ups and downs. I have been working on cohabitating with endometriosis. I had a few surgeries, and I'm happy to say that the last one really helped. But during the years, I tried many hormonal treatments that I did not react well to, tried different medications to help cope with the pain. For now, I found a certain balance in my life by creating my own little multidisciplinary team to guide and help me. So it's a lot of work, and it's also it has a cost, financial cost, but it really helps me. And so I make it a priority in my life until more services exist. I am trying to do the best I can on my own. So I do receive health care, and also psychological support. I learned to meditate throughout the years to calm myself down every day. I found that it's really important to keep my stress level super low, as low as possible. I learned to eat in a way that helps keep the inflammation down. I also write in a journal every day, and this helps me a lot to make the best personal choices, always to help me keep a certain balance. What I've learned most through my experience with endometriosis is really to trust myself. Even when nobody trusts you around. When you know something's wrong, when you live in your body, so when you know. And so I think it's super important that we trust ourselves, that we make ourselves a priority, that we open up and not stay alone with the pain. So this is something I learned through my experience, to talk, to reach out. And since endo affects our lives in so many ways, I've learned that we need to take care of all those areas of our lives that are affected. So it is a lot of work, but I try to take it one moment at a time. Bringing awareness also helps me a lot, knowing that I'm doing something for the community is really empowering. So, and this is one of the reasons why I decided to found Endometriosis Québec after years of personal research and a lack of awareness, resources, and support in Quebec. I am also proud to be part of EndoMarch Canada as a francophone patient. And all of these actions and why I am invested so much in the cause is because I want more than anything to transform things for future generations. And I want to restore power to people living with endo on their health and on their lives.
Thank you so much, MJ, for all that you do within the endometriosis community. All right, everyone, I've got the winners of our guessing game here. Drum roll, please. The winners are Jill Bridge and Susan Eves. Please send us a message over Facebook to coordinate with one of our team members. Congratulations. Before I pass this segment on to our incredible executive director, I am very thrilled to announce that the Run to End Endo will be available virtually again this year and taking place from September 18th to 27th. so be sure to stay tuned for more info and updates coming soon. Thank you to everyone that contributed today, and thank you all for being here. It means the world to us. Everyone, please welcome Katie, the Executive Director of the Endometriosis Network Canada, mother of two, and overall extraordinaire.
Hi, everyone. On behalf of everyone here at the Endometriosis Network Canada, I just wanted to thank you so much for joining us here today. What an incredible event this has been. It's just so special. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Katie Luciani, and I'm the Executive Director here at the Endometriosis Network Canada. When I was first starting out with my endo journey, I attended Tensi's Toronto support group, and honestly, it changed my life forever. I can actually still remember the feeling that I had when I left the room that night. I was filled with hope. I felt like I'd found light finally, and that, I was heard for the first time. Honestly, Tensi has been a constant backbone of support for me, and it is just truly an honor to be here with you today. What a strange year it has been. I mean, none of us expected to be living through a pandemic, let alone for this long, and then on top of it, navigating a chronic illness at the same time. Yet, here we are. I want you to know that everyone here at Tensi is so proud of each and every one of you for your strength and perseverance during such a challenging year. Over the last year, Tensi has grown in numerous ways. From being able to offer twice-a-month virtual support groups, to our monthly newsletter, to our bi-weekly blog, and our monthly vlog, which are all available on our website. Speaking of our website, we have had over 47,000 unique visitors from all over the world in the last year alone. How exciting is that? We have over 7,000 followers on Facebook and over 1,000 followers on our Instagram account as well as our Twitter account. Our reach has grown far and wide this year and continues to grow globally on a daily basis. We also founded a national action plan in EndoAct, as well as our virtual edition of the Run to End Endo this past year. Not to mention our monthly wellness events, which Alexis did such a great job of sharing all the details about each new offering. Thank you so much for doing that, Alexis. Tensi is committed to being here for you, our community. We also recently launched a new online Facebook support group that is geared towards endo support people because we recognize that our loved ones are also in this fight with us together and they also need connection and support as well. The Endometriosis Network Canada is the only registered charity here in Canada, and it's predominantly run by volunteers. So a big thank you to all of our wonderful volunteers. It is because of you that we are here today. Thank you so much to our amazing team at Tensi. Honestly, what a privilege it is to work alongside such strong, empowering, inspiring people every single day. Thank you so much to every single person who has ever donated to us, especially over the last year during such an unprecedented time. Your generosity has allowed us to grow to where we are today. We are so grateful for your support. A big thank you to everyone who participated in today's event. To everyone who was brave enough to share your stories, you are so inspiring. Thank you to everyone who submitted your photos, your art, and your affirmations. You helped make Virtual EndoMarch a success. Yay! And of course, thank you to the behind-the-scenes Virtual EndoMarch Dream Team of Nick and Alexis, and to each and every one of you here with us right now, wherever you are. Thank you so much for joining us again. Before our last segment, I have one final announcement to make. I am so excited to fill you in on what we have in store for you this spring. We are so excited to announce that our very first endometriosis-focused film festival is taking place virtually this spring. The Tensi Endo Film Festival will showcase films from around the world, and you will be able to experience their incredible stories from the comfort of your own home. How awesome is that? Stay tuned on our social media, subscribe to our newsletter, visit us at endometriosisnetwork.com, or email us at info@endometriosisnetwork.ca in the coming days for the latest updates about the film festival and to learn how you can secure your passes. And now, for the final segment of our 2021 Virtual EndoMarch, it is my honor to introduce our slideshow made of all the Virtual EndoMarch submissions that we received. And for a special surprise, we've had a song written for us that starting today will be available for online distribution at all major retailers like Spotify and Apple Music. 100% of the proceeds will be donated to the Endometriosis Network Canada. Thank you to Guido and Yvonne for the song. We hope that you love it as much as we do. Here's to another enriching year filled with education, opportunity, connection, and most importantly, support. Hope to see you next year. That's it for me, sending you all love and good vibes. Bye for now.
It's not fair. People just don't care. My body's treating me unkind. All this pain keeps coming back again. It's not defeating me this time. People telling me I'm crazy. I don't know anymore. What they're saying doesn't faze me. Heard it 100 times before. If you keep telling me I'm crazy, how can I ever win? Oh, I'm missing out on life 'cause maybe I'm on the outside looking in. Something's wrong, but if I just hang on, I know I'm gonna be alright. Can't you see what it's doing to me? I won't give up without a fight. And you can tell me that I'm crazy. Don't wanna hear anymore. 'Cause what you're saying doesn't faze me. Heard it 100 times before. Yeah, keep on telling me I'm crazy. 'Cause I'm not listening, I know. You'll never understand, maybe. You're on the outside looking in.
Acknowledge, accept, release.
I am worthy of love, respect, and honor.
I am more than my endo.
I made it through this time, and I'll make it through next time.
My body, mind, and heart are united.
This pain is temporary. I am here.
This will pass.
I am still here.
Inhale love, inhale strength, exhale pain.
People telling me I'm crazy. I don't care anymore. 'Cause what they say, it doesn't faze me. Heard it 100 times before. They keep telling me I'm crazy. Are you listening? Oh, they'll never understand, baby. 'Cause they're outside looking in. Oh, life has been a little crazy, but I know I can win. Oh, you'll never know just what you gave me when I was outside looking in. I was outside looking in. Outside looking in.
I am supported.
Now I'm stronger than I've been.
I am calm.
Outside looking in.
I will persevere.
I was outside looking in.
Tomorrow is another day.
Now I'm stronger than I've been.
I am safe. We can get through this.
Together, we are Endo Strong.